This is a 1957 Chevrolet 3100 short bed truck. It's been put on top of a 76, I believe, C10 chassis. So it's got you know, upgraded steering column, power steering, power brakes. It's actually got a 4-shifter. It looks like a 4-speed. It's got the 4-speed knob on it, but it's actually an automatic. She's still warming up. Engine runs great. Transmission's got a shift kit in it, so it's got kind of a crisp shift. Shifts out great though. Truck steers straight down the road. It's got power steering, power brakes, I believe power disc brakes. Double check that in the front, but it's got a touch of a wobble to the truck. I think just from the older tires, and sometimes the tires in that situation have to be replaced, but sometimes I've actually had a good success with tires like these, taking them off, taking them down to the tire shop and having them rebalanced. Part of it is they need to be driven. So, see if I can pull over here in the sun. It's looking a little shady. Reverse. Obviously, reverse works good. This is a great driver. There we go. Let's park over here in the sun and show you around the truck a bit. The engine runs really good. Stock exhaust, very smooth sounding, not super loud. Nice large aluminum radiator. It looks like a 4-core radiator. Like I said, power booster. No ticks, no exhaust leaks, no looks like no leaks of any kind. Double check that. Yeah, disc brakes, independent front suspension. Upgraded rear end, obviously everything, like I said, it's on a, I believe it's either a 75 or a 76 C10 chassis. So it really runs, it drives down the road like a newer truck. It doesn't have that old truck feel. Well, it still has a little bit of the old truck feel to it, but not even close to the way the old ones are. So of course, like I said, independent front suspension, all heavy duty. It's not been clipped. It's actually the entire frame of the C10 truck. So there's no welds, there's no cuts or any of that. I know that's a lot of people's concern. This to me is like the truck to be that I think to be looking for. If you're looking for a truck that's easy to drive, I mean, like I said, power steering, it'd be really easy to put air conditioning on the truck. It'd be really easy to put cruise control because you have everything modern. Show you around the body a little bit. You've got some typical rust right here in the front of the hood, and then down the sides of the hood. Got a couple of spots here and here. So if you wanted it to be perfect, you probably want to put a new hood on it, and you know, you can see a little bit down here. To me though, this is kind of like a rat rod. You know, you do a truck like this, kind of rat rod style or hot rod style, and you don't really worry about that kind of rust there. You just, you know, cut it, weld the new little patches in, block it out, and let it go. It's got a copper paint job on it, and it's from 20 feet away. It looks like a not a bad little driver, but man, it's just, for the price I'm selling this truck for, it's freaking steal. Yeah. So we're just getting a couple of trucks in for spring. A couple of vehicles in for spring, and I'm just not adding that much to them to make a bunch of profit, just trying to get them in and blast them out. Typically I sell trucks like this in a day or two, because it just because of the engines, I mean, because of the chassis swap. That's a really big deal. So body overall is, you know, kind of medium, I would say. It's not like a super rough body. It's no rust bucket, that's for sure, but it's definitely not a super straight body. This is not, you know, a show car or a show truck in the making. This is like kind of a rat rod work truck, daily driver style truck in the making. So as I walk around it, I see, you know, little places where there's pop here, down up the bottom of the door, a little bit of rust underneath. Not all rusted out, but touch of rust in the bottom hinge pocket. Not completely compromised, but I just like to try and show everything. Cab corners were replaced. They were amateur job done. Little bubble on this side. Like I said, this is no rust bucket, but it's not a rust-free truck either. I would call this minimal rust, or maybe typical rust spots, you know, like back of your cab corners. Like I said, the cab corners actually aren't rusty, they've been replaced, but kind of an amateur job. Looks like when they put the door back on, they dented it there. That's not unusual. It's too bad, but it's not unusual. So the bottom of the door over here is rusty, separated. Interior dashboard, top of the dash looks good. The interior's been painted the same color. Carpet for the headliner. Bucket seats have been installed. I'm not sure what kind of vehicle they're out of. Looks like they're power if you hook them up, if you want to hook them up. But they look kind of nice. Like I said, floor shifter is cool. They sit comfortably. Stereo works. Original dash. Gauges. Heater. I did not check to see. It looks like the heater's not wired up, but it looks newer. So, and it looks like it is. Looks like the heater core is hooked up to it. So I would assume that it works if it was wired up. Windows roll up and down like they're supposed to. And the windshield is the only window that looks like it's compromised. It's got a crack on the windshield. Looks like it was a rock chip right there. See that? And then it's gone down and gone 3 ways there. Window on this side rolls up and down like it's supposed to. Original unmolested VIN replacement with the body tag there. Underneath the truck, like I said, it's a newer frame, completely rust free on the frame. Floor pans look really clean. Step ups look good. Like I say, truck like this is far cry from a rusty bucket of a truck. A few little spots here and there. Dual exhaust, long tube headers. Inside your fender wells look clean. Some sort of advanced, some sort of shock system back there. Newer shocks. Inside the fender well, clean. It's wet because we just washed it, so. Inside the fender well, front fender well's clean, no rust. And the floor pan there. Sometimes the front of the floor pans rust out. This one is not rusty there, so that's good. Step up, it's clean. I mean, you got a little surface rust there, but nothing, no holes. Body to frame supports, or body to frame is not rusty at all. So there you have it. This is the moons. Oh, it's got the chrome moons. They look really good with the BF Goodrich tires. They actually have really good tread on them. Like I said, I think they've been sitting, so sometimes when they sit, they need good thing to do is, you know, take it for a nice long drive, maybe have them rebalanced at a tire shop. And I think you probably salvage these tires. They have great tread on them. They almost look new. So, and they match, which is nice. So there you have it. I think this is a great deal. And I think this thing's ready to jump in and drive to work every day right now. Use as a farm truck, make a hot rod out of it. You know, everybody's doing the satin black, hot rod black right now. It'd be a real easy project just to kind of do kind of a rat rod, throw your motorcycle in the back and drive down to Daytona. So it's time for spring.
This color's growing on me though too.
Yeah, I like the copper. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, somebody's gonna have a blast with this thing.